What's up, y'all? Gabriel here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be starting a new series called the One Piece
Raw,
where we take a look back on One Piece. And here with us, we have Simba, who has never actually read One Piece before. Say hi, Simba.
Hello everyone, how's it going?
So what we're gonna do today is, so me and Simba have read the first couple arcs of One Piece. We read chapters 1 to 22, and if you guys are unfamiliar with it, these arcs include Luffy, it includes getting Zoro, it includes getting Nami, and it includes the Buggy arc. And I believe it also included the Mysterious Island arc. This is all the arcs pre-Usopp. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over a couple of scenes that stood out to me and to Simba. Me and Simba are going to discuss them together. And then at the end, we're going to compare these couple, this arc with other series and shows and say, was it as good as we thought it was? Or is this all just nostalgia? And at the very end, we're going to give it a rating of 1 to 10. So Simba, coming into the very first, this is in the first chapter. This is one of the scenes that stood out to me. Was, do you remember the scene where Shanks gets embarrassed by the mountain pirates, where he had booze dripped all over him and smashed over his head?
I did. Yeah.
What do you think about that scene?
I mean, I think it's okay. Like, shows his humility, right? Like,
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't, think all that of himself. He's like, I'm gonna just go through life like that. But obviously, we see later in the chapters that he's about that life.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I like a lot. But
Yeah, we all knew that Shanks could have done something, but he chose not to do it to show Luffy that not everything is solved in that way. Yeah. For clarification, guys, Simba has never watched or read One Piece before, and this is all just his first time. And as for myself, I have read all 1,012 chapters of One Piece, and I still think that's not enough. And I read it weekly, bro. I read One Piece weekly.
I mean, a lot of people hype up the story, so
Yes.
I can't wait to read all of it.
Yes.
But
So when it comes to rating from 1 to 10, we're gonna rating 10. It's a life-changing arc. Like, this arc changed your life because it gave you lessons that you still follow, bro. And One Piece has that. One Piece definitely has that. But we'll see if it's
you
this
said some arcs made you cry even, so
it's just
we'll see when we get there.
Okay, One Piece has made me cry more than all other animes combined.
Damn.
I know.
That's just a lot.
Yeah, man. I'm overhyping the shit out of One Piece, but it's worth the hype. You'll see some. You'll see. Okay. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Shanks leaving Luffy his hat.
Yes. This was a great scene.
Yeah?
I think. Yes.
You think?
I think this would be like one of the 10 out of 10 scenes.
Oh yeah. It defines the whole story, like how Luffy treasures his hat. I was like, it's a promise from him and Shanks. Luffy is gonna become a great pirate and give his hat back to Shanks. Because Shanks didn't want to take Luffy.
And like later in the chapters, he's always referring it as his treasure, right?
Yeah.
So does that have anything to do with the One Piece at the end of the story?
Okay, so the next scene we have here is
Gabriel.
I'm not fucking telling you spoilers. What do you think this is? Okay. Our next scene.
I'll just say that moment that did get me thinking about that though.
Yeah.
What the One Piece might be or yeah.
Okay. Our next scene here is Zoro. The introduction of Zoro. So, when I was out talking to you about One Piece the other day, you told me that Zoro was your favorite character. I mean, my favorite character is obviously Luffy. But other than Luffy, I'd say the skeleton. I can't tell you his... Yeah, whatever. So, who's your favorite character is Zoro. Can you tell me why? Like, did you like him when you first when he was first introduced to you, or what made you like him? Like, Three Sword style?
Well, yeah, it's Three Sword style, and I mean, as someone who watches anime, and I've always seen memes about One Piece, right?
Yeah.
And I've always seen Zoro, and Zoro always seemed to be, I don't know, interesting and being like the the badass of the group. You know what I mean?
He's the
And
first
then-
mate too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you start reading it. He just looks like, I know the art style in the first few arcs is probably not the best, but he just looks like a badass. Like this man is like tied down on the pole like Jesus Christ or something.
Yeah, One Piece
And-
One Piece was drawn in 1997, I believe.
Yeah, and I don't know. He just looks cool, and he just looks like a badass. And then like my favorite scene, I think, is when they give him his swords back, and then like he just like all the Marines are coming to like attack him with their swords, and then he just like takes all the swords and then just like blocks all of them with like his 3 swords all at once.
Oh yeah, when he first gets untied.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think that's my favorite scene
Okay.
in this first arc. Probably, I was like, damn, this dude's just a badass. Like,
Yeah. Pretty sure this. I think this was chapter 3. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. When I was reading it for the very first, I don't actually remember, but because I was a kid. But every person that I've asked, their favorite character is either always Zoro or Luffy, and it does make sense just because Zoro would be the second most popular character in the show because he is the first mate of the Straw Hats.
yeah, no, Zoro's the OG.
Yeah.
But I like Luffy too. There's nothing against Luffy, but
Yeah.
you know,
Okay,
I
next-
have a long history of always liking the protagonist.
the
no matter
edgy
what,
people.
so.
You always like no.
Yes.
You have a history of liking the edgy characters.
Man, what can I say? They're always they always speak to me, man.
All right. So while we're still on the topic of Zoro, the next scene is Zoro's flashback. The reason he wants to be the greatest swordsman.
Yes, I mean that was heart touching, I guess. It was an okay scene, I think.
Okay, let me tell you this. This is the difference between the manga and the anime. So in the anime, that's a whole episode.
Really?
In the manga, it was like 4 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So reading the
Do you remember
manga,
what chapter that was?
I think it was chapter 3 or chapter 4. No, I think it's chapter 3 or actually chapter 2 maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a pretty good scene, but for me, it just felt a little bit predictable. I was like, oh, she's probably about to die, or like, you know, she's probably about to fall sick or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good motivation, though, nonetheless.
Okay, next is... So this is after they stormed the Marine base and everyone is free after Luffy beats the captain guy, Axe Hand Morgan. And this is when they're leaving. Before they left, Koby, you remember Koby, pink hair, little kid, the glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know he wanted to join the Marines, and since he was working for a pirate, he didn't know if he was going to be able to work for the Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before, so since Luffy and Zoro were gonna leave, and the other people in the Navy were asking Koby why he wasn't going with the pirates, and then Luffy was revealing to the pirates that Koby was working for Alvida. So then Koby punched Luffy, and then Luffy started beating up Koby. Remember that?
I know that scene, yes.
Yeah. Remember? What do you feel about that scene?
I don't know. I think it's just another okay scene.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
Yeah. It's like it shows you Luffy's like, you know, I mean he's a dumbass, but he's a good guy at the end of the day. You know, he's got no hard feelings against anyone, and he's just trying to.
Yeah, Luffy's just
friends,
trying to help Koby. Even the Marines knew that.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Yeah, that's the other thing I found funny. Like after Luffy and Zoro and like they went down the boat, they were going away from the island. The Marines all saluted to them as they were leaving, and the leader of the Marines was like, "We just saluted the pirates. No more food for like a week."
Yeah, it was like no dinner for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
No, I just found that funny.
So we're leaving that arc. Now we're gonna go on to the Buggy Pirates arc. The scene where we see Zoro saving Luffy. Do you remember that scene? So Luffy's in a cage, and the Buggy Pirates are about to attack him. So Zoro jumps in and saves Luffy from being attacked.
Yes.
Yeah. And then all of the Buggy Pirates are surprised that Zoro is working for Luffy, as they're just a two-man pirate crew. Being a Zoro fan, how do you think of that? Like Zoro being the more famous one than his captain.
This just added more to the Zoro's the badass, bro.
Yeah.
Like he just goes in and he doesn't give a shit about anything else. Like, fight me, bro. And the other thing I'm gonna say is like Luffy and Zoro just like became good friends like off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like trust each other and everything. They're like, yeah, it's like they've been BFFs for like a long time, which I like because like their character seems to be like it makes sense for their character. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the way their characters have been presented so far, I'm like, you know, I can believe that. It's not like, oh, it's out of the blue or something.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is out of the blue. They first time they meet, they start
like,
trusting.
it's understandable, I feel like.
Yeah, they understand each other. And I like Zoro's words to Luffy. He's like, if you ever make me give up on my dream, I'll make you commit Japanese harakiri. Or is it seppuku?
Yeah, I think it's seppuku.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I think it was when Luffy met Zoro, like when he recruited him, when with the Marines and everything.
Yeah.
He said like he was telling Luffy that, oh, I want to be like the best swordsman in the world, and Luffy was like, oh well, like if you can't even do that, then you don't even deserve to be my my second mate or whatever. I was like,
yeah. That was
like, if you can't even
that was so cool.
accomplish that small feat, I was like,
if you can't even be the best swordsman in the world, how can you expect to stand beside me? Yeah. So Zoro's dream is crazy. Like, you can understand that he wants to be the best swordsman in the world. That's a crazy dream. And then there's Luffy. He wants to be Pirate King, which in their world is the strongest person in the world. King is.
Like, they're just like on the same wavelength like that, I feel like.
Luffy's dream is crazy.
But also Zoro's dream's kinda crazy too.
Yep. Okay, so the next scene is when Zoro is fighting Buggy, and then Zoro gets stabbed by Buggy.
Yo, I was like, I mean, they did say like, Buggy has like a
Devil fruit.
ate the fruit, or whatever. Yeah.
Devil fruit.
But I didn't see that coming the first time I read through it. Man.
Oh yeah, when
I
he
was
got
like,
chopped up.
Whoa. Yeah, I was like, yeah, Zoro beat his ass. I was like, hell yeah. But then I see the hand. I was like, whoa, what is this? But yeah, from what I've read from One Piece, I think it's gonna be very interesting with the powers.
Yeah, he's the author Oda is super creative when it comes to the powers. You find them all interesting as soon as you start finding more. So you've read ahead of this. What arc are you currently on?
I just finished the Arlong Pirates Arc.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know. I'm not gonna say anything about what's coming up, but what's coming up is pretty nice. Okay, next is Luffy beats the lion. Remember that scene?
Oh yeah, he just like takes his mouth, spins it, and like throws him into the ground.
Yeah, he beats a big ass lion with one hit.
Bruh.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing too. Like I don't fully understand like how strong. I know he's strong, but I'm like sometimes it just be coming out of nowhere. I'm like, oh shit, I guess he's that strong.
Yeah, you know
what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of scenes like that, like just Luffy or any characters in general just finding a hidden source of power. Okay, so
and I think another heartwarming part about this arc was the dog.
oh yeah, when he gave the food back to the dog and the dog was like crying as the building was burning.
Yeah, I think that was a heartwarming part. I think the dog's name was like Shushu or something like that.
Choo-choo or Shushu, one of those.
Yeah.
Speaking of pulling shit out of your ass, remember how Zoro was stabbed by Buggy and all it took to recover was going to sleep. Zoro recovers after waking
Oh
up.
yes. This dude, like, man, he's always like injured, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I feel like this is just gonna be an arc where he doesn't get injured and he's just like going all out or some shit like that. Cause this dude's always injured. I'm like, what the hell?
Like you've read ahead of this arc, but in the future, do you remember the Hawkeye, Mihawk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was when Zoro fought him. Zoro was not injured whatsoever.
Okay.
That's the one time you see Zoro fighting without being injured.
Oh man.
Okay.
Look, the first time I read through it,
yeah,
like it pissed me off. I was like, dude,
oh
why
yeah,
is this guy always injured? I know he's like, and also in this arc, like he'd already been stabbed, and then he started fighting like the lion tamer. I forgot his name.
Not the lion tamer, the unicycle guy. I don't know his name either.
Oh yeah, the unicycle guy.
Yeah, that's my next scene. The unicycle guy versus Zoro.
Yeah, and then he like stabs himself again. He's like, "Oh, am I stabbed enough for you?" I'm like, "Bro."
Yeah, because the unicycle guy kept attacking his side. So then Zoro's like, "All right, is this enough? So you'll stop attack? We'll have a real swordsman fight."
I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, what the hell?" He's crazy.
I thought that was cool.
I mean, it's cool, yeah, because he still beats him, but...
Yeah, he beats him in one move, too.
Oh, man.
So we're almost done here. The next scene was Luffy versus Buggy. It was the Devil Fruit versus Devil Fruit. Did you like the beginning parts of the fight where they were just dodging each other's attacks?
I mean, I didn't mind it. I guess it just showed you, like, they're both pretty competent and more of his sectioned powers, right?
Yeah, they knew how to fight. Like Buggy is a feared pirate, and Luffy. And I think it also shows like how strong Luffy actually is, because Buggy is known throughout the East Blue as a scary pirate, and Luffy is just this unknown kid who's never been a pirate yet, because this is Luffy's first time setting out.
Yeah.
Like in the story, Luffy's I think 19 or 18, I believe.
Oh, really?
Zoro's 18 too. Nami's 18.
Damn.
Bro, they're all kids.
I'm so. I mean, they're 18, but like, in most like anime or manga, it's like, oh, this boy's like 12 or like 15 or something.
Oh yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, man. Yeah, anime
And
and
sometimes
manga,
I'm like,
they just messed that up.
Stop the cap. So I actually like that they're a little bit older at least.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. The other reason I thought like Luffy was a little bit younger is because like he wanted to be a pirate so bad, like in the first chapter.
Yep.
And he wanted to go with
Shanks.
With Shanks, and I kind of find it hard to believe that he spent all that time just like, well, I don't know what he was doing, but he just spent all that time not going out. I guess he was training, yeah, but I just kind of find it hard to believe that he waited that long to finally go.
You'll see more about why in like future arcs.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything's explained in this goddamn 1,000-chapter story. Everything is explained to that. Everything.
Alright.
Oda has a team of people that go to him and is like, hey Oda, don't forget about when you talked about this. Could you make sure you explain that in something?
Okay.
Like every detail in One Piece is explored. Like something you see in this chapter, you'll see it like 200 chapters from then.
Well, I hope I don't forget it, because I'm not gonna lie, my memory be like...
yeah. I guess that's
I'd
a
be
benefit.
forgetting a lot of things.
That was a benefit of like keeping up to date with it, because whenever something like comes up again, is brought up again in the story, I would just go to either the Reddit or like some groups on Facebook or YouTube. And it's like they would talk about what was brought up one more time, so then you could like just have a discussion with other people when it came to it.
Oh, okay.
Like, you guys can just remember. You guys, as a group, you can remember the things Oda wrote and how cool Oda is for remembering. Okay, the next scene, it's gonna be Luffy incessantly trying to recruit Nami, and Nami's still joining anyway, and then they leave the island. I
still hate Nami, man. I don't like her.
Well, she hasn't gotten any too much spotlight from where you are yet, so I'm sure you'll like her eventually. Also, in this scene, the villagers who came back. So before the fight with Buggy, Luffy knocked out the mayor of the village because he didn't want the mayor to get hurt.
Yeah.
So whenever the villagers came back down and tried to fight Buggy, and the Buggy Pirates were taken out, and they saw that the mayor was knocked out, they asked Luffy and them who knocked out the mayor, and Luffy just without hesitation said, "Oh, I did." I thought that was funny and that was cool at the same time because they do admit that they're pirates and they're not trying to be seen as heroes.
Oh, well, I didn't see it that way. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You're actually right. Yeah.
Yeah. In Luffy's mind, so Nami has a perspective of why pirates are bad, and since you just finished the arc, you know why. But we're not gonna go to that yet. But Luffy's idea of pirates was Shanks' group of pirates, and he only saw Shanks as a good guy. So he sees what an ideal pirate for Luffy is a good guy. He doesn't look at...
It's just like that difference in ideologies, right?
Yeah. The same with when Luffy was recruiting Zoro. So he heard from everyone that Zoro was a bad guy, but before Luffy wanted to recruit him to be a part of his pirate crew, Luffy wanted to see if Zoro was a good guy first.
Yeah, I mean, I think it also speaks to just Luffy's like honesty. Like, I don't even like I've read a little bit ahead, like an arc ahead or something, but I haven't seen him like just like straight up lie to someone. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
he's just he's brutally honest like the whole time. Yeah, so I think that speaks to his character as well.
Yeah, really cool character. And then this last scene is like not as important as the others because it's just the chapter. But do you remember the deserted island with the guy inside of the treasure chest? Remember that? That was the one chapter.
Dude, I actually felt so bad for the dude.
I know. Yo, imagine living like that. Your knees tucked towards you and you can only hobble everywhere.
Oh, I felt so bad for him the first time I read it. I was like, man, this is low-key depressing.
That is depressing, bro. I would never want to live like that.
No.
In the anime, that's a whole episode.
See, this is why I'm low-key glad I'm reading the manga.
When I read that chapter, I was like, okay, come on, let's go. I just sped through. I was like, this isn't that important. Yeah. So that was all of Romance Dawn, pre-Usopp. Yeah. So let's compare it to like the first arc of My Hero Academia, where Deku is training first 22 chapters of One Piece, and compare it to My Hero Academia before Deku entered into the academy. If you were to pick one, which one would you say is better?
I mean, like, I really don't remember My Hero too much, like the beginning, but if I had to pick one, man, like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when I did watch My Hero, I was super hyped.
Yeah.
Like, I was super hyped. So for that reason, I think I would pick My Hero Academia just because I was super hyped. And it's animated, you know, you see shit moving. But for this, I think what's going in for One Piece for me is just the curiosity, because I already know there's like, you know, a bajillion chapters of this.
Yep.
And I already know it's supposed to get so much better. And just like the world, like there's so much I already don't know and I have questions about. I think that's the benefit One Piece, like the first few chapters have. Yeah, the greatness of One Piece is its world building. Like setting up the stage and then delivering. And it delivers every time. And there's just like so much. Like even if they give you one thing, you know, there's still more that you still like are curious about. I feel like with like My Hero, after like, you know, you're like, okay, that's that guy's power, that's that guy's power. I mean, it's already like, I mean, that's the whole world. It's gonna be villains, and then it's like that. But with this one, I feel like lots of world building. Yeah, they're setting up so much. Yeah, and I like the one scene that made a big impact on my life when it comes to One Piece in this arc was when Shanks got embarrassed, but he didn't fight back because he saw that it wasn't worth it to kill the person, and tried to just let himself be embarrassed. And then the most memorable scene in this whole arc to me was
when you know, his name's Lucky Roo, but do you know the guy with the glasses who shot the mountain bandit when he was threatening Shanks?
No, I'm gonna have to go back.
Okay.
Was that in the first chapter, right?
Yeah, the first chapter is all of Shanks. So what happened was, Shanks said, well, after Lucky Roo shot the guy, Shanks said, if you're willing to, holding a pistol to a man's head is the same as risking your life. If you're gonna point a pistol, make sure you're willing to die, like something like that.
Oh, yes. Okay, I see the scene you're talking about.
Yeah, that was a cool scene.
Yeah.
Especially when I was a kid.
It's just like someone gets shot right in the head.
Yeah. If I were to pick which one I liked more, I would.
Yeah, well, which one do you like?
I would actually say My Hero. Because
Really?
the first.
Well, I said My Hero as well, but
Yeah, the first episodes of My Heroes, like finding All Might, training with him, and then the entrance exam, like that made me tear up a bit, because that's Deku's hard work actually paying off and getting into the school. Like that was.
oh yes, I'd forgotten about that.
That was inspiring. You know, like when All Might was giving the speech before Deku gave the punch, that was pretty cool. So if I were to say like which arc was better, I'd say that was better. But this arc itself is actually, I really think this arc is pretty nice. But I would say future arcs of one, like this, if I was to compare this to other One Piece arcs, I'd say this is the worst arc.
That's understandable. It's like the first arc.
Yeah, because One Piece itself is a slow climb up. It eventually gets better, and it only gets better.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, Simba's most recent arc is the Arlong Pirates, so he doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't know yet. He doesn't know. Okay, Simba.
Man.
Okay, so let's do our final verdict. We're gonna rate this arc from 1 to 10, and we're gonna since this is the first arc, we're gonna compare it to other first arcs of other animes. Simba, 1 to 10, what would you rate Romance Dawn of One Piece?
I mean, I think I'd rate it like a 3, probably. It had some cool parts to it.
God damn, Simba said
It had,
3!
I mean,
Oh, Simba said 3! Bro!
it had some nice parts to it. It made me very curious, but once you compared it to My Hero,
3, bro.
like...
Yeah, you said 3! Okay, go
I
ahead.
said 3, man.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
My Hero, like, it hit hard and, like, got straight to it. As you
Okay.
said, this is a little bit slower. And that does work against it a little bit for, like, the first
No,
part.
okay, let's do this. I'm not gonna let you score to 3, first of all. Like, first of all, I'm not gonna let you rate any One Piece arc
Okay,
a 3.
okay.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna
Okay.
explain to you the ratings. Anything
Alright,
below
alright.
a 5, it wasn't worth reading. 5 and 6,
Oh.
it was okay. 7 and
Okay.
8, it was pretty good. 9 and 10,
Okay.
life-changing, made me tear up a bit.
Okay, now this is all peer pressure.
Oh, 100%. You think I'm gonna sit here and let you rate One Piece a 3? No!
It's a solid 3. It's a solid 3.
You can have
However,
opinions, but it can be wrong,
This
Simba.
adjusted scale, at this adjusted scale, I would give it a 6.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable. I would also give it a 6.
reasonable.
I would also give it a 6. It is not the best One Piece arc. If I were to look at it with nostalgia goggles, I would give it an 8. But looking at this objectively, comparing it to other One Piece arcs, this is a 6. We can agree on a 6.
Okay. Divided by 2.
No. Alright, everyone. Thank you for watching our first episode of One Piece Virgin here with Simba. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. Bye.